Hi there guys, it's Dan here with your weekly update. I'm just starting here with the stock market. So Dow Jones, we are still red on our PTS storyteller. We're very flat on the on the storyteller here. So we've got red PTS sell signals still, and we've still got targets. If we just have a little look at the entry, and here we've still got targets down to 33,765, and we've got a very flat storyteller on indicators here, so likely that we're going to see some more downside. That's what we're looking for. It's very slow, had a big market move up here, and there's a lot of still quite a bit of support, but yeah, still we're red on our indicator, so we're still looking for short side in the Dow. And do we at some stage kind of roll over and get down to an N-shaped target here potentially, and beyond really. Moving averages are nice and tight together here on the daily chart, which I really like, because when they're nice and tight together, it generally means you're going to get a big momentum move. It could be up, of course, if we turn green and break above, but at the moment all we know is it could be red and short. So if we have a new kind of momentum trigger, as we call it, new momentum push down in our storyteller indicator, that's what we're looking for. So we're waiting for the next move. Weekly is a bit mixed. We're stuck in between these moving averages. So if the daily turns red, we have a sustained few days down, we will turn red on the weekly, and we could get the next sort of move down, and we've been targeting this previous high potentially for the downside. So let's see. We need to wait for the next move really. About day trading at the moment is to the short side. The DAX, in comparison to the Dow, to the US markets, is a bit weaker. It is still in the weekly, still a bit trapped in between moving averages, but there's a bit more space for it at the moment. And we're red on this, red on the weekly. A trend predictor is giving us the sell, and we're underneath the zero line on our storyteller, and we're looking for this to push further down. So the daily is red, the weekly is red. Quite key with the DAX here, we do have a monthly red, our third monthly kind of red PTS candle. And so, we could see this push down to this next moving average, so 13,365 sort of zone on the monthly. I just think where we are at the moment, stuck in between sort of moving averages, it's just a little bit slow, but we are new momentum trigger here a few days ago, and PTS, which is great. So could see some more downside. 12,500 is our target. We've got some PTS targets as well. For on the way down, if we just load those up here, 13,802, that's where we need to probably take a bit of profit, or lock in some of our profit and move stop to break even really from this sell here, or start trailing stop if you got in up here. So that's quite nice. The NASDAQ looking similar to the DAX actually. Is looking bearish still sell signals, and this equally has got monthly red, third monthly candle red. This big separation, we're just resolving some of this separation. Could we get back down further down to this 12,860 and below, 12,000 and more downside in the coming months is the potential. Yeah, red on the monthly. Weekly hasn't turned red again, but we are below the zero line here. We're below most of the moving averages. Got some room to move down at least to this kind of N-shaped target here. 13,000 is an obvious number. Daily is definitely red and short, so still short side trades. At least down to this N shape, if we can get it there. There is a band of support here, historical support, and that's why we're sort of just stalling a bit. Any rallies, I think, could be shorting opportunities. So that's kind of the stock markets, or the usual ones that we look at. Then just have a little look at crude oil here. Crude oil is an interesting one. I think I said it last week. We were looking for short side, with this kind of weekly separation. We had a lovely double top, 2-year double top drop. If we could go to the monthly chart here, it's almost to the pip, where we had sorry, maybe it was on the weekly, weekly double top drop. Oh no, sorry, that was gold, excuse me. So we've had real big bounce off, key almost $130 here, and lovely reversal candle, and we're probably expecting price to come back down to this 8-period moving average here. Just down to here to find support. Maybe it is very bullish, very strong move. So we're just we're monthly green, weekly green. We're just waiting for a new daily green buy, and we found some support here. You can see here where I've got some trend lines and things going on. We had a bit of a channel here for this move down, and every time we bounced the bottom of the channel, we rallied. Every time we rallied to the top of the channel, we pushed down. But this time we've found some support at this previous low. We've bounced, and we're just outside of this channel, so just waiting to see if this is going to turn green again, and maybe we'll target back up to that $115 a barrel, and who knows? I mean, it's a beast of a market at the moment, so need to manage risk on this one. You're just waiting for that new green buy on crude oil. If it fails, we could see some more downside, as I said, just to close some of that sort of separation down to this maybe $85. So flexibility, I think, needed in the oil market at the moment. We're starting to turn green, albeit sort of dark green here on our PTS system. If we close green and break above, we've broken out of this trend line here, which is a buy signal. We just need it to stay green in the next day, and then we could look for longs in the coming weeks potentially. So that's crude oil. Gold, sorry, I was talking about the gold double top earlier. Let me just type this in and find it for you. So gold's in a nice place. We have had a new, this is potentially, you see this found support here, just a bit like crude. It found some support and rallied, and then we had a new green buy. So this is a bit like what crude might do. If we rally up and we turn green and close green on the daily, we have done exactly that. We had a lovely trade in our live trading room yesterday in gold, and it pushed up really nicely, about 20 or 30 points. Decent size move for gold, and we're looking now for more long side. Daily is green, weekly is green and long, and the monthly is green and long, and we just don't want to fight that really. So any pullbacks are buying opportunities. This was what I was talking about earlier, where we had this sort of big double top drop. It was just fantastic. I was short in there here. you know, with the double top, you just pull back into support. But I think long side trades are back on in the gold market, so that's really nice. Just on the commodity front, because commodities are, you know, moving really nicely. We've got Chicago wheat as well, which is just find it for you. Chicago wheat daily funded bet. So W. So monthly is very green and long, and so is the weekly. You know, quite separated a bit. You know, a bit of separation up here. Really pulled back hard, didn't it? I really got overbought here on the weekly. But we, what we do have now with monthly and weekly, you know, being green, we had new buy signals on the storyteller here, new momentum trigger, new PTS buy. And you can see here, I've just sort of done a fib here because you know, I want to be long this, but I'm just cautious around these levels because we might just have a little bit of an ABC, which is obviously a sequence we tend to get after the final sort of push up, the final high. Don't know if that's going to happen. Let's just get that. I just zoomed out a little. But yeah, you know, I'd be quite happy to be long up to this kind of level. So sort of focusing in maybe on the round number there of 1200. And but generally PTS is a buy signal, new momentum trigger, and PTS in combination is so powerful in a lovely uptrending market. So looking for more long side in the wheat market, which is nice. If we come to some Forex pairs, quite interested now in some of the yen pairs. You know, they've been really bullish, but we just feel like they're a little bit toppy, and we're starting to get some short side opportunities or potential, you know, reversals. So we're losing momentum in our storyteller here, as you can see, starting to lose momentum in our storyteller. We've got a trend predictor here, which is one of our, you know, great indicators, very almost kind of parabolic in this. And so I wonder if we might just have a pop down, you know, nothing yet. We're just looking for, see if the PTS turns red, and we might just have a, you know, pop back down to maybe just even the 21 period moving average here, just to find some support for then the long side to continue. You can see here, just slightly messy chart. Let's just clean this up a little. You know, we had a sort of a okay kind of channel here that we sort of just popping out of, and then we come back in, and you know, we just keep popping out of it a little bit. So I wonder if we just might get back into this channel on the daily. But yeah, generally it just looks long and strong on the monthly and the weekly. So maybe more upside longer term. But right now, I think it needs to sort of, we need to have a bit of a pullback back to some level of support to buy this again. And the Aussies are just coming off a little bit today. Just, you know, they're showing a little bit of weakness. So we just wonder if we're going to have a bit of a pullback as a sort of intraday day trade, back down to, you know, maybe a couple of 100 pip pullback would be nice. And then maybe look for new buys, or we might get a you know, a decent size correction, something like this, before we then get a new buy, a new green buy signals. Yeah, Aussie yen looking okay. So pound yen was another one. Yeah, similar. It's absolutely similar in its sort of makeup structurally. In that we've got this kind of loss of momentum on our storyteller, you know, up at these real highs, and just wondering if we might just get a pullback at some stage if we turn red on the daily. But yeah, at the moment it's long and strong and green. Been a fantastic move in these yen pairs, you know, really from the PTS catching them, and with our momentum triggers, they're almost 1,000 pips up, which is fantastic. You know, been a really nice momentum shift. And then just another sort of trade that we've been looking at for a while. So just a bit of an update. We've got soybeans. So the soybean market, you know, we're still long and strong, but I'm really, you know, the daily is giving us a new momentum trigger here. New momentum trigger on the daily, and we want this because I want this to get up to this level here, because if we look a bit like that gold move I showed you, and I've spoken about this in my update before, I want this kind of, I've got this double top zone of around 1800, and you know, we could have a decent sized drop from that. So, you know, daily we're getting new buy signals, new momentum trigger up, which would be great, taking us up to that double top. That's about it, guys, for my weekly update. Hope that's useful, and you have a good rest of your trading week.